What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have so many exciting updates, including large demand coming for Cardano ETFs, EVM integration continues to progress, and Charles over in Argentina speaking with officials, but also a massive multi-billion-dollar company. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano ADA has over 10.2 million native tokens and successfully completed over 130,000 payments in the last 24 hours. Charles says great time talking with the chief of Government of Buenos Aires. The city's excited to host the Constitution Convention. It's lovely to see these collaborative efforts. Love to see these pictures. And another post here had an excellent meeting with the Chancellor and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the federal government. They told us it was impossible. Amazing. Hanging out with Globant's founders and their CTO. Wonderful firm, says Charles. We landed the plane. And I didn't know about Globant. We'll read more. It looks like a perfect synergy. Charles Hoskinson visiting Globant's office in Argentina and meeting with their founders, president, and CTO. Globant is a technology company renowned for its expertise in software development and digital transformation services. It operates various sectors, including finance, healthcare, telecommunications, offering tailored solutions to enhance operational efficiency and innovation. Guys, like that description is like a perfect fit, peanut butter and jelly for Cardano to me. The market cap of Globant is a little shy of $8.3 billion. So I like that. Wrapped ETH on Cardano coming soon. I know you guys you want to see that. I want to see that, and it's coming soon. Rosen Bridge announcing full EVM integration has begun. On-chain testing starts next week and will kick off the EVM UI development during the integration phase. We'll stay tuned for updates. I really like Rosen Bridge, what they're doing to bring in more capital. And speaking of capital, guys, we're going to dive into big ETF news in just a moment. But before we do, this was funny. This was in response to Vitalik, awkward photo. They're celebrating like their birthday, 9th birthday, I believe. And Charles replies saying, I left in June of 2014. The world has Cardano now. And Ethereum gets to borrow our roadmap. Worked out for everyone. That's base. That's just a mic drop moment. And we see how Ethereum is really highlighting the importance of decentralization now. We see how Ripple CEO and Binance CEO both are saying how important compliance is. So Cardano, and we'll see towards the end of the video, it's becoming like Bitcoin 2.0. It is going to be the ultimate go-to for resilience and just super agnostic, and it has those Bitcoin values. We'll see in a moment. I'll show you guys the chart. But before we do that, CEO of 21 Shares explains how smart contracts, blockchains like Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Polygon, and Cardano will require ETF investor education, and also that non-staking ETPs will initially show more demand. So he said there's going to be a large demand for Cardano ETFs, and at the same time, at the beginning, there won't be a lot of like the staking ones, but I think that Cardano is a perfect fit for non-staking ETPs, staking ETPs. Let's hear directly from him.
Smart contracts, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Polygon, Cardano, etc., are still not a very known entity to most people. And so maybe they've heard of Ethereum because it's been getting more and more press, but I doubt that most people today can even describe Ethereum rather well. But on the other hand, and for the foreseeable future, I really do think that there is going to be a large amount of demand for a non-staking, ultra-conservative Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Avalanche, etc. ETPs.
And so these terms are used loosely. I've seen it in the US where they say ETP, ETF. I just use them both together. Taking a look, then that was the CEO of 21 Shares, like massive. We're talking $3.661 billion assets under management, listed on 13 exchanges, 43 ETPs. It looks like they like Cardano. There is already a Cardano, 21 Shares Cardano ETP that launched, I believe, in 2021 in the previous cycle, with over $37.5 million assets under management, 100% physically backed. So it's really nice to hear from the CEO that there's going to be a large demand for these ETF slash ETPs, and massive. I mean, there's a lot of weight to that. We're talking billions, right? So I think this bridge efforts, EVM integration, all these will help to bring more capital to Cardano. And lovely to hear that specifically about Cardano with 3.661 billion. That's a lot of money, guys. Speaking of money, Pigg Party top ranked bonded. Well, Pigg Party, if you're sleeping under a rock, is the first pumped up fund alternative on Cardano. There's two others coming soon. One is by Sneck and Splash. The other one is by Rocket. It's like another project. And I like to see these infographics because it can make it kind of competitive for the meme coins that want to just, they want to start a fresh idea. And I was actually surprised that many projects hit their bonding curve fast. So it's great to see these efforts. Even if it's meme coin, nonsensical, stuff like this will help DeFi blossom more. So I really like this, and I really like these infographics that they've put together. Today, I believe there were supposed to be improvements that went live. I didn't notice any updates with Pigg.party, but if you guys know any alpha, let me know in the comments. Speaking of alpha, DEDIUM, we get this question nonstop. What's the use case for DEDI? Let's break it down for you. Revenue sharing / staking, payment, node operation. What about you? What will you use it for? I gotta say that DEDIUM, the more I look at it, the more I like the branding. I like the ticker. I like the name. I see this as like the junior render token for Cardano. And recently we saw how with Leonardo AI, there's also Canva users that are accessing the services. So unknowns to them, they're accessing, a large amount of millions of users. We're talking hundreds of millions of users that use Canva. Very nice. And I think the price is pumping right now. They did also submit their request to CoinGecko. So looking good. We should probably see a listing there as well. Just submitted the request. I don't think they're on CoinGecko right now. This was a fantastic video. Fabulous watch. And I won't bore you with the whole video. I do recommend you guys check it out. Everything's linked below. But still, there's millions of users that are not connected. They don't have access to broadband. They don't have access to like a reliable network. So World Mobile is not just helping developing nations. It's actually uplifting America and soon to be the entire world, because people don't have access to good networks. And I didn't understand that like the efforts that World Mobile has been doing, speaking like in city councils, pushing and like actually putting boots on the floor. And he brought up a great example. Like they set up a network quick, like in Reno, and there was like over 10,000 people connecting to that network that they set up. So they did like a test in downtown Reno. Over 10,000 people were connecting. People are demanding for competition. People want affordable services. And there's many places where they basically call it like a digital desert. There's people that are just not connected. 24 million people live in digital deserts, lacking access to high-speed connectivity, right? So not having high-speed connectivity can be brutal. Imagine you want to upload videos. Imagine you want to access certain stuff. We're in a high bandwidth world right now. So I think World Mobile is doing excellent efforts. You can just feel the passion in the video. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I'm not going to play it because for copyright reasons for the music in there, but it's a must watch. World Mobile offers the most competitive cost of internet per month. And we're just getting started. A great post by Clover. And it's interesting to see that even though it's like a new kid on the block, if you decide to go with World Mobile, not only can it be more cost effective, but like it's going to be like overall the best package. Good for small households, online phone calls, email and web browsing. I mean, it's pretty decent, I gotta say. And I live in Canada, so I know all about like big distances between people, outages, dead zones. There's so many dead zones. Even in my city where there's fiber optic internet, there's so many dead zones. So there's a lot of pain points with telecom. Let's move on to some interesting stuff, especially about Bitcoin that I said it's 2.0. Cardano is about to make history. Chang brings major scaling upgrades, but it's also the launch of the most advanced governance system of any blockchain or nation state on Earth. Hoskinson's keys will be burned and the ADA holders will gain their independence. Guys, it's like Satoshi, but we know who Satoshi is, It's like the blue Satoshi. I think people are underestimating how bullish this is. Cardano Yoda says coins of Cardano and Bitcoin are almost 90% owned by small investors. The share of investors in whales is low, around 10%. For Ethereum, it is only 57%. 43% is held by investors in whales. The key, guys, look at this. It's almost like a direct clone of Bitcoin. The supply is looking so good because we don't want, look at this, Algorand, 62% investor, bro. This is some straight, just going to become exit liquidity immediately. And so I think that having this is a testament of network effect. We see, I was checking trends today. I saw something like 10x more searches than Toncoin, and I saw where Cardano was being searched more than Solana or Ethereum. So there's a lot of people on the sidelines, guys. The retail is not here as we saw yesterday with Bitcoin dominance. As we see with Bitcoin global search results is still very low. And so stuff like this are so key because all this is just stacking up. Very exciting time for Q4. When will the price pump? When will we see it reflect in the price? Many people are like, when price, right? We all want it to go up. But I think that we know that here, Bitcoin dominance was 40%. We're currently at like 57. We know here, again, same thing. It was like 38%, 40%. So we need Bitcoin dominance to plunge. We need people to start taking profits and going into the other alts. Alt season, in my mind, will not come until earliest, I think November, but probably it's going to fall around December to February, in that timeline roughly. I think it's going to be, I'm pretty confident in this prediction, and we'll continue to check if it does go down, because you guys have heard, I don't think we're out of the jitter, so to speak. Sometimes the SEC and many different entities will just pivot and start doing a little bearish narrative and whatnot. So we're not there yet in the cold months. So I think that we're still not out of that 24 to 39 set window. This jitter may continue to go sideways. If it does go down, I'll update you guys with like when I bought, what price I bought. The last time I did some DCA was in June at 369. But let me know what you guys think. Do you also agree that it's going to go kind of sideways and then alt season will catapult in the colder months ahead? Or do you have like a different take with the narrative and what's happening? You guys were very positive on the ETF poll, and looking back at what 21 Shares is saying about a large demand for ETF incoming, but also having an ETP already, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of bullish momentum come to ADA and many other alts. But ADA is my highest conviction altcoin. I think it's the ultimate one, especially going into this cycle. And we may even see an Ethereum moment for this project. Let me know your thoughts. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like. What are you most excited about on Cardano? And I'll see you guys in the next Angry Crypto Show.